Hey, good morning. This is Joe from Citrus County Porch Life, bringing you the AA word of the day. And the word for today, October 25th, 2024, is AA's heartbeat. And the quote from the AA literature is, "Without unity, the heart of AA would cease to beat." And that comes from the book As Bill Sees It, page 125. And Bill, as I mentioned before, there were two co-founders and very many people who assisted them. There were two co-founders of AA, Dr. Bob and Bill W. The W stands for Wilson. Bill Wilson lived into the 70s. He was able to go to a World AA conference before he died and see thousands and thousands of people. And he was one that just started out going to the hospital to talk to one alcoholic to another. And the daily reflections is, without unity, I would be unable to recover in AA on a daily basis. By practicing unity within my group, with other AA members and at all levels of this great fellowship, I received a pronounced feeling of knowing that I am part of a miracle that was divinely inspired. The ability of Bill W. and Dr. Bob working together and passing it on to other members tells me that to give it away is to keep it. Unity is oneness, and yet the whole fellowship is for us all. And how very true that is. It has been my experience that, when I came into AA, I had maybe what Buddhists would call monkey mind. Maybe, I'm sure it was a result of alcohol. Thinking boom, 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 no focus. And the one thing that really got me from the beginning was the absolute focus on alcoholism. We didn't get into any other ideas. It was focused on me and my drinking. And that was good because I was an expert at that. So if you kept it on that subject, I'd do pretty good. And at all levels, they have the corporate levels. We've said before in these readings, keep it forever unprofessional, but at the corporate level, they have attorneys, they have people, professional book editors that edit literature and go out and have books printed. And so those include professionals. They may or may not be alcoholics. And then when you get down below that, we're forever unprofessional. And that is a good thing, because we're not a mental health clinic. We do many of the things that they do, but our focus is alcoholism. We're not there to cure schizophrenia. We're not there to cure bipolar. We're not there to discuss those things. In my case, when I came in, I was depressed, and I'm absolutely sure that it was alcohol-related depression, because once I put down the drink, that depression disappeared. And now I get nervous about things, like when I go for a colonoscopy or something, but I'm not depressed about it. So we have central service that has to do with the management of groups around the continent, not management, but coordination of all the efforts Then we have, local service area groups. That is what most, if you have a newsletter, if you receive a newsletter, physical newsletter, or maybe one by email, that's what most members of AA know about. And a lot of groups would elect people to be central service reps. And the way it worked, the last time I did it, I met once a month, found out about new initiatives. I remember one in particular was an initiative to get more money in the coffers of central service because they were drying up, and the reason they were drying up was the new generation coming in only used debit or credit cards, and some people would come to a meeting, with no money in their pocket. And while contributions are not required and no one would ever come out and ask you for money, it does take money to run the organization, to print the books, to host the conventions. You get a world convention, you get an American convention, and all that stuff takes money. And it takes money to hire professional secretaries, to type letters, and so for my last term as a central service rep, a program was instituted where you could give as much as you could give by credit card. And that helped increase the coffers of a group. And then you get down to a group level, and you have a secretary, you have a coffee maker, you have a cleanup crew, you'll have a treasurer. In different groups, it really depends. If you're in a facility, most of those people don't have any money, so you would be going to central service, your local central service area, and getting books if they had extra ones. If disbanded groups donated old books. So it's all, but the whole focus of every one of these different areas is recovery, and even down to individuals. When we come, you do make friends, and but the primary focus of everybody there is to continue to stay sober and grow spiritually. At least that's what I have found. And so there's a unity in purpose. And it said a primary purpose is to stay sober and help other alcoholics achieve sobriety. And that's the goal of corporate, central service, area groups, your particular group, and most of the individuals in AA. And that's how it has not fractured, not come apart all these many years. So that's a very good book if you have a chance to get it or look at it online. The library might have it, and if you're watching this, you have access to internet, and read as Bill sees it. Very good thoughts. I did have the great opportunity to visit in Vermont and New Hampshire, where they lived, and it was quite something, almost like a holy ground. So that's it for today. Remember, without unity, the heart of AA would cease to beat. God bless and stay sober.